A 73-year-old grandmother in Ohio thought she was going green and saving money. Instead, she ended up with a loan she couldn't afford and panels that barely worked. She's not alone. According to Time magazine's analysis of Federal Trade Commission data, solar-related complaints have increased by 746% since 2018, with over 5,300 complaints filed in just the first 9 months of 2023 alone. Welcome back to Integratesun, and after helping hundreds of families recover from bad solar deals, I'm sharing the 5 most common scam tactics I see, and the red flags that could save you from becoming the next victim. Look, let me be clear. Solar is an amazing investment when done right. We've helped over 500 families legitimately cut their electric bills by 70 to 90%. But there are bad actors in every industry, and some solar companies are using downright predatory tactics to separate you from your money. These scams specifically target seniors, veterans, and working families who are trying to do the right thing. But by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot these tactics and protect yourself. Scam number 1, the fake government program. This is how that Ohio grandmother got trapped. 2 people in official-looking uniforms showed up at her door claiming to represent a government solar rebate program. They had badges, clipboards, and paperwork that looked legitimate. They told her she was pre-qualified for free solar panels through a special program for seniors. The catch? She had to sign today only to lock in the rate. Sound familiar? That urgency is always a red flag. What she thought was an information request was actually a binding contract for a 25-year loan. By the time she realized what had happened, the company had already started the installation. Red flags to watch for. Anyone claiming to represent the government or your utility company who shows up unannounced is a red flag. Redditor Olaf Ergue warns, they offer solar panels for no upfront costs and say it's under a particular government solar scheme, but then charge a ridiculously high interest rate for repayments over X number of years. You'd probably end up paying double the upfront costs, shoddy quality of servicing if you have issues. Scam number 2, the financing bait and switch. This one has caught thousands of homeowners off guard. Here's how it works. A salesperson promises your system will pay for itself and shows you calculations where your solar payment is less than your current electric bill. But they front load all the tax credit assumptions into the financing to make the monthly payment look affordable. When the tax credit doesn't cover what they projected or you don't qualify for the full amount, your payment jumps by $50 to $100 a month. Even worse, they often intentionally undersize your system so it doesn't actually eliminate your electric bill. Now you're paying both a solar loan and still getting electric bills. The financing trick: always ask to see what your payment will be if you don't get any tax credits and get everything in writing. If they won't show you worst case numbers, walk away. Redditor Miles Points Cash shares some solar consultants set you up on paper with an inefficiently designed system. Example, placing panels in the wrong spots on your roof in the design and then adjusting for this during actual installation. Scam number 3, the Vanishing Act. This scam has become more sophisticated. You sign a contract, they take a deposit, start installation, then problems begin. Panels don't work right, your bills don't drop, and when you call for service, suddenly no one returns your calls. According to recent news reports, some major companies have faced lawsuits for exactly this scenario, billing customers monthly for systems that generate little to no power, then ignoring service requests when customers complain. The reason they can get away with it? Many solar contracts are structured as power purchase agreements or leases, where you pay whether the system works properly or not. You're locked in for 20 to 25 years with limited recourse. Protection strategy. Insist on a performance guarantee in writing and never sign a PPA or lease without understanding exactly what happens if the system underperforms. Scam number 4, the tablet signature trap. This one is getting more common with door-to-door sales. A salesperson shows up with a tablet, runs some quick numbers, and asks you to digitally sign to get a formal quote. What they don't tell you is that your signature on that tablet might actually be authorizing a full contract, not just requesting information. The screens are deliberately small, the terms are buried, and you don't get copies until after you've signed. I've seen homeowners who thought they were signing up for a free consultation wake up to discover they'd committed to an $80,000 loan and installation had already started. The tablet rule: never sign anything digital without reading every word on a full-size screen. Redditor Elegant Standard 542 observes, I hate to say this, but too many companies are milking the credit, selling overpriced solar to homeowners and having banks take all the liability due to financing it. In most installs, consumers are being screwed. If they won't let you take the contract home to review, they're hiding something. Scam number 5, the bankruptcy shell game. This is the ultimate escape hatch for bad actors. When customer complaints pile up and lawsuits start flying, some companies just file bankruptcy and walk away. The executives start new companies under different names, but all those warranties and service promises? Gone. And here's the cruel twist. The financing companies often keep billing customers even though the installer has disappeared. According to multiple state attorneys general, homeowners have been told to keep making payments on systems that don't work, with broken warranties from companies that no longer exist. The bankruptcy reality: when solar companies go under, customers usually become unsecured creditors at the bottom of the list. You keep paying, but you get no service. Okay, enough horror stories. Here's your protection checklist. First, never sign anything the same day someone knocks on your door. Legitimate companies give you time to think and compare. Second, verify anyone claiming government affiliation. Call the number they give you independently. Don't use the card they hand you. Third, get at least 3 quotes from different companies. Make sure at least one is a local installer who's been in business for 5+ years with verifiable references. Fourth, get your own financing from your bank or credit union instead of using the installer's preferred lender. This gives you more control and recourse. Fifth, read every word of any contract before signing. If they pressure you or won't give you time to review, that's a massive red flag. Look, I love solar energy. Done right, it's one of the best investments you can make for your home and the environment. At Integratesun, we've helped hundreds of families legitimately save thousands on their electric bills with properly designed, professionally installed systems. If you're dealing with a problematic solar situation, drop the details in the comments below. I personally review every comment, and I'll give you honest advice on your options. No sales pitch, just straight answers. If this video helped you spot potential red flags, hit that like button and share it with your friends and family. Knowledge is the best protection against these predatory tactics. And subscribe, because next week I'm breaking down the 3 questions every homeowner should ask before signing any solar contract. Thanks for watching, and remember, the right solar company won't pressure you to decide today.